In this video, you will learn the mysteries of currency devaluation, essential insights and strategies. Currency devaluation is a pivotal economic event that involves a country reducing the value of its currency relative to foreign currencies. This strategic decision, often made by a nation's government or central bank, can have far-reaching implications, influencing everything from international trade dynamics to domestic economic health. Currency devaluation means that the national currency buys less of a foreign currency. This shift can make imported goods more expensive and affect the purchasing power of citizens traveling abroad. In simpler terms, if you were used to your currency buying you a cup of coffee overseas, it might now only secure you a smaller size. The reasons behind currency devaluation are varied and complex, ranging from attempts to boost export competitiveness to efforts to address trade imbalances. Countries may deliberately lower their currency's value to make their goods cheaper and more attractive on the international market, aiming to spur economic growth through increased export volumes. When a country devalues its currency, the immediate effect on international trade dynamics can be profound. A weaker currency makes a country's exports cheaper and more competitive abroad, potentially increasing sales. However, it also makes imports more expensive, which can hurt domestic consumers and businesses reliant on foreign goods and materials. Analyzing the immediate effects of devaluation on a country's trade balance, it becomes evident that while exports may increase, leading to a potential improvement in the trade balance, the cost of imports rises. This situation can lead to a complex economic scenario, where the benefits of increased competitiveness must be balanced against the higher costs of imported goods and inflationary pressures. The ripple effect of currency devaluation on a domestic economy is profound. As the national currency loses value against foreign currencies, import costs rise sharply. This scenario pressures domestic businesses reliant on imported goods or raw materials, leading to increased product prices and potentially stoking inflation within the economy. Inflation often follows in the wake of devaluation, hitting consumers directly in their pockets. As prices for goods and services climb, purchasing power diminishes. This scenario can lead to a decrease in overall consumer spending, affecting businesses across sectors. The cycle of inflation can be challenging to break, further entrenching economic difficulties. Employment and domestic investment face their own set of challenges amid currency devaluation. With increased operational costs and a potential downturn in consumer spending, businesses might halt expansion plans or cut back on expenses, leading to layoffs or reduced hiring. This can exacerbate the economic downturn, creating a feedback loop of negative growth. Investors closely watch these economic indicators, and their confidence can be significantly shaken by signs of devaluation. The volatility introduces risks that can lead to capital flight, where investors pull their resources out of the country in search of more stable returns elsewhere. This reaction can further strain the already weakened economy. Conversely, a devaluing currency can sometimes attract a different set of investors, looking for bargain opportunities or betting on a country's economic recovery. These investors bring much-needed foreign capital, potentially stabilizing the currency and economy. However, this influx can be a double-edged sword, dependent on the country's ability to harness it towards sustainable growth. Government policies on currency devaluation often tread a fine line between stimulating economic growth and triggering inflation. By intentionally lowering the value of their currency, governments aim to make exports more competitive globally. However, this strategy can backfire if not executed with precision, leading to increased import costs and domestic price levels. The role of central banks in managing currency values is pivotal. Through tools like interest rate adjustments and market interventions, they strive to balance economic growth with inflation control. Their actions can either support the government's devaluation efforts or counteract them to stabilize the currency, depending on the overarching economic objectives. The Argentinian peso devaluation of 2002 presents a stark lesson in the complexities of currency management. In an attempt to combat economic stagnation, Argentina untethered the peso from the dollar, leading to a sharp devaluation. This move, though intended to boost competitiveness, plunged the nation into a deep economic crisis, highlighting the risks involved. The Asian financial crisis illustrates how currency devaluation can spread across borders, affecting global economic stability. Triggered by the devaluation of the Thai baht, the crisis rippled through Asia, underscoring the interconnectedness of economies and the potential for localized financial decisions to have international repercussions. Navigating the murky waters of a devaluing currency presents a significant challenge for policymakers. The risks are multifaceted, affecting everything from inflation rates to international trade balances. As the value of currency diminishes, countries must tread carefully to avoid spiraling into an economic crisis that could have global repercussions. Devaluation can serve as a tightrope walk between stabilizing a nation's economy and inadvertently triggering rampant inflation. Governments often have to choose between implementing harsh stabilization policies that may stifle growth or allowing devaluation to spur exports at the risk of increasing the cost of imports dramatically. Exploring alternatives to devaluation becomes critical in such scenarios. Policy tools like interest rate adjustments, fiscal austerity measures, and strategies to boost domestic production offer some solace. These alternatives aim to address the underlying economic vulnerabilities without resorting to the drastic measure of devaluing the national currency. Pegged exchange rates are another tactic employed by some countries to fend off devaluation. By tying the value of their currency to a more stable foreign currency or a basket of currencies, governments can offer a semblance of stability. However, this approach also limits the country's monetary policy flexibility and can lead to its own set of challenges. The role of international aid and loans in stabilizing currencies cannot be understated. In times of severe devaluation, external financial assistance can provide a lifeline, helping to restore confidence in a nation's economy. Yet, this too is a double-edged sword, as reliance on foreign aid can increase a country's debt burden and affect its sovereignty over economic decisions. Building a resilient economy post-devaluation requires a multifaceted approach. Governments must focus on diversifying their economic activities to avoid over-reliance on volatile sectors. Strengthening domestic industries and investing in sustainable development are key to creating a stable economic environment that can withstand currency fluctuations and external shocks. Mitigating the negative effects of devaluation involves implementing policies that protect the most vulnerable segments of society. This includes targeted subsidies for essential goods and services, as well as support for local businesses. Such measures help cushion the immediate impact on purchasing power and prevent a steep rise in the cost of living. Expert insights on currency devaluation reveal a consensus on the need for proactive and transparent monetary policies. Economists advocate for regular communication between central banks and the public to manage expectations. They also emphasize the importance of international cooperation to address the underlying causes of devaluation and promote global financial stability. The future for countries facing devaluation appears challenging yet navigable with the right strategies. Adoption of technology and digital currencies offers new avenues for stabilizing currency values. Moreover, enhancing financial literacy among the populace can empower individuals to make informed decisions that contribute to economic resilience. Devaluation's impact on global economic stability cannot be understated. It not only affects the countries directly involved, but also has a ripple effect across global markets. Therefore, fostering a collaborative international approach to managing currency values is essential. This ensures that efforts to stabilize one economy do not inadvertently destabilize another. As technology advances, its impact on currency devaluation becomes increasingly significant. Digital currencies, for instance, are reshaping how nations perceive and manage their monetary policies. With the rise of cryptocurrencies, traditional currencies face new challenges and opportunities, potentially altering the landscape of devaluation in unforeseen ways. The psychological impact of devaluation on a nation's citizens cannot be understated. As the value of the currency diminishes, so too can the morale of the populace. This can lead to a decrease in consumer confidence and spending, further exacerbating the economic challenges posed by devaluation. In times of devaluation, governments are challenged to protect the most vulnerable segments of their population. Implementing measures to shield the poor from the harsher effects of devaluation, such as inflation and increased cost of imported goods, becomes crucial. These policies are vital for maintaining social stability and preventing widespread hardship. The ethics of currency manipulation in international trade stir significant debate. Nations accused of deliberately devaluing their currency to gain a trade advantage face global scrutiny. This practice can undermine fair trade principles, leading to tensions and potential trade wars among affected countries. Devaluation's impact on import-dependent economies is profound. A weaker currency makes imports more expensive, which can lead to inflation and reduce the purchasing power of consumers. This scenario can strain economic relations and force countries to reassess their dependency on foreign goods and services. Conversely, export-driven economies might find a silver lining in currency devaluation. A weaker currency makes their goods cheaper and more competitive on the global market. This can boost export volumes, improve trade balances, and ultimately support economic growth, though it's not without its challenges and criticisms. The role of speculation in accelerating currency devaluation is undeniable. Speculators betting against a currency can hasten its fall, leading to financial crises. This highlights the need for robust financial regulations and policies to stabilize currencies and protect economies from speculative attacks. Globalization has intertwined economies, making currency devaluation not just a local concern, but a global ripple effect. As goods, services, and investments cross borders with ease, a devaluation in one country can undercut competitors abroad, affecting international trade dynamics and leading to protective economic policies that further complicate global financial stability. The environmental impact of economic policies leading to devaluation is often overlooked. Policies aimed at boosting short-term economic growth can lead to unsustainable exploitation of natural resources, which in turn can harm a country's long-term economic prospects and lead to further currency devaluation, creating a vicious cycle of environmental and economic degradation. Concluding on a reflective note, demystifying currency devaluation allows us to understand the complex interplay between economic policies, global markets, and political stability. By unraveling these threads, we're better equipped to navigate the challenges of maintaining a stable currency value in an interconnected and rapidly changing world. The special feature on the impact of devaluation on emerging markets sheds light on the unique challenges these economies face. It explores how sudden shifts in currency value can exacerbate existing inequalities, disrupt economic development, and offers a glimpse into the resilience and innovative strategies employed by these nations to navigate the turbulent waters of global finance. A look into future currency trends and predictions reveals the fascinating interplay between technology, policy, and market forces. This segment probes into how digital currencies, geopolitical shifts, and evolving trade alliances are poised to reshape the landscape of currency valuation, offering speculative yet insightful forecasts that captivate the financial imagination. Behind the scenes, the preparation efforts of governments to mitigate the risks associated with potential devaluation are unveiled. This candid exploration highlights the strategic planning, economic forecasting, and international negotiations that underpin a nation's attempt to stabilize its currency, safeguarding the economy against the perils of rapid devaluation. Expert commentary on the psychological warfare of currency markets delves into the mind games played by nations and investors alike. This segment examines how perceptions, rumors, and strategic misinformation can sway currency values, underscoring the complex psychological underpinnings that influence the seemingly rational world of finance. Empowering viewers with knowledge on currency devaluation is crucial. It demystifies complex economic concepts, enabling individuals to understand how these phenomena impact their lives and investments. This empowerment fosters informed decision-making, encouraging engagement in economic discussions and debates with a solid foundation of understanding. Engaging with economists and financial experts online offers an invaluable opportunity. It allows for a direct dialogue with professionals, providing insights and clarifications on personal or general economic queries. This interaction not only educates, but also builds a community of informed individuals ready to navigate the complexities of the financial world. I really hope you learned something. In fact, I want you to tell me one thing that you learned in the comments right now. Also like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.